What's up, bullish friends? Hope you guys are doing well out there today. And let's jump into Wealth Mountain version 2 or phase 2, whatever they're going to call it here. So I just listened to the entire AMA with James Pelton and Wealth Mountain and one of the people from Wealth Mountain, and listened to the whole thing and took it all in, took a bunch of notes. And, mainly because I'm curious, because I saw when this failed the first time. So let's talk about this. So Wealth Mountain, it came out a little while back. It failed somewhere October 24th of 2022, I believe. And I'll pull up the stats and show you that in just a second. But if I can recall, I think it was the 24th. And it failed. It basically failed. You could say it rugged. Some people say it didn't rug, but there were a lot of people who were in this that lost a bunch of money. And there are people who made money who were happy with the program. So it's up for debate whether it was a rug or not. I guess they didn't run off with the money, so the money was still there. I don't know how many people going on to phase 2, version 2, whatever it's called, are going to get that money back. But I know there are people in the comments section here who were saying that they had lost money and were definitely not getting back into this. So, person says they got rugged, and then, Pelton points out that it wasn't a rug in his opinion. And again, I think all of that's up for debate, but basically it failed. Lots of people lost money. Some people made money. Okay. That was the end of version 1. And in this AMA, the person that was talking with James mentions that the first version was an ROI DApp that basically was designed to build up a treasury and then pay people out. And it was a fixed percentage. And honestly, I don't know the percentage right off from version 1, but they had a fixed rate they were paying people out. And of course, the income coming in could not sustain the payouts, and it went under. It died. It was right around the time when Stable Fund bit the dust, and a couple others right at that time. I can't remember the other ones at the time, but there were several right all at once within a week that were just gone. So going on to phase 2, okay, they talk about that. They put some detail into that in this video. In phase 2 of this, they mentioned that there are no more set returns, okay? So Wealth Mountain going away from set daily percentage, monthly percentage. There's no more set percentage. It's going to be based off of what returns they bring in, what revenue they bring in. And the way they bring in revenue, they say they are investing in other DeFi projects and other different things. And I guess some of the members are able to suggest different places that they could invest the treasury to make returns for everyone, but that they're backed up on projects right now that have been suggested. So there's no, they probably already have it set. And they mentioned several things that they're going to invest in inside of this AMA. But a lot of them were programs I haven't heard of and programs I haven't paid attention to. So basically from that revenue they bring in, they then pay out monthly. And then they're talking about doing bi-weekly and some different payouts going forward in the future that aren't set up yet. But basically, the returns they're averaging right now, they said, is about 3% per month. So a user will invest in this, and you pay there's a 6% fee when you invest into this, and you basically pay that fee in along with your money, and then you're staking in this program. Okay, again, this is, all on their page too. You can read all about this. Okay. And also, again, in the AMA. But you basically pay a 6% fee, then you're invested into the program. And then it looks like monthly they're going to do payouts. And it looks like the average right now they're saying is 3%. Okay. So that being said, a person on here asked a really good question at one point. It was somewhere in here. Yeah, what if no new stakers come in? And basically they said that if no new stakers came in, everyone in the system would be fine because they're not doing it the same way they did the first time. Because they fully admitted that the first way that Wealth Mountain was run, it was purely a Ponzi. It was purely Ponzonomics. If no new investors came in, it fails, okay? That's a Ponzi. You're taking money from people you're bringing in to pay out the people who have been there, and then people who are getting in after are getting screwed. And that happens all the time, and we've seen this happen over and over in DeFi. Well, that was version 1. Well, they say this time around there is no Ponzonomics that it's based on. Okay, so that's what they're saying. Again, they have to show proof of that, but that's what they're saying as of now. So where does that leave me? Because I like to invest in different projects. I like to stake different cryptos. I like to make money in the crypto world. What is my take on this? Well, I'll tell you, there's 2 different things here that come to mind. Number 1, they failed the first time around. They're going out and they're doing the whole YouTube circus right now, where they're going on to every big YouTube channel in crypto. And again, I don't know if they're paying to do these spots. I'm sure to get on like James's channel, you have to pay. I'm sure he's not doing it out of the kindness of his heart. And then some of the people are just pushing like a referral link. I don't know if James is or not, but regardless. But they're going out. But regardless, the first time around, Wealth Mountain failed. Okay, it was set up as a Ponzi. That alone is enough to give me pause to consider even getting into this. Like, if you were set up as a Ponzi, that makes me question your morals and your ethics. Okay, like a Ponzi is not sustainable, so part of your network is going to get screwed. I have a real problem with that. I have a problem with a network of people thinking that's okay. Okay, number 1. So if they knew it was going to fail, that's a terrible look, in my opinion. Okay, so that's number 1. The next thing is, honestly, I think you can do better just staking on your own. Why would you give somebody money, 6% of your cash that you're going to put into a system, just to stake it and just to have them put it into potentially riskier projects that you might not want to be involved in, that could lose your money, or that can lose your investment, or make you very low returns, when you can go in, and I show you several things. You can go back through several of my videos. I take you through like Beefy Finance, just to name one. I show you how to stake DAG, how to stake ADS, and with DAG and ADS and some of the other things I talk about staking, I also believe there is huge potential for those coins to 500 to 1,000x. So if those kind of things happen, you're not just making your 10% APY. That's essentially what ADS, if you stake it, guarantees that you'll get a 10% APY. But if the coin goes up 500 to 1,000%, you're making far more than that. In fact, you can actually, again, this isn't financial advice, but you can get rich from that. Like if something goes up 1,000x, you can make a ton of money. If something goes up 100x, you can make a ton of money. So I think coupling the ability for some of these coins to potentially 500 to 1,000x plus getting your monthly returns, I think you're better off on your own. And at least in my opinion, that's what I'm going to do. I don't want to invest in something where they failed previously and are just telling me that everything's going to be okay now, and then my returns might not be very good with them. Well, that being said, if we go over and you look, I told you I'd show you this too. So on Dune Stats, which I use a lot, I've shown you guys this on many projects in the past. I always look at the Dune Stats, and this isn't the new version of Wealth Mountain, but this is the previous one. You can see in the blue here that the money was coming in, it was invested, and then all at once it was just gone. 1024, 1020, here we go, 1023 still coming in, 1024, boom, just gone. All of it withdrawn, okay? Now they said they didn't rug that it's not gone, that some of these people were able to move this over to this new phase or new version, whatever they call it. But there are plenty of people that I've found and read on Twitter that have lost a ton of money being in this. So they didn't get their ROI and they ended up losing almost all their investment. So anyway, that's just my take on it. What is your take on it? Are you in Wealth Mountain? Are you in the new phase, the new version? Or what do you think of it? Or are you staying away from this? Did you lose money in Wealth Mountain and you're staying away from this? Or are you just kind of burnt out on the whole DeFi space in general and just staying out? Anyway, guys, as always, I'm here to help you make money and to help you avoid losing your hard-earned cash. If this video is helpful to you, give me a like, give me a subscribe. As always, see you in the next video.